everybody, and welcome. If you're new here, my name is Tatum, and this is Tatum Marie Yoga. I put out weekly videos on Monday, Thursday, and Sunday. So if you haven't already, please consider to like and subscribe. It really helps out, and showing your support for free yoga is always fantastic. Today we are working on some heart openers, so big, deep front body stretches. I just have my blanket here today for a little bit of support in a few poses. If you do have a blanket, that's great. Also, an extra mat can work to use in our practice today. So we're gonna go ahead and get started in child's pose. So I'm gonna take my big toes to touch, knees come out wide, and I'm gonna gently bring my forehead on down to the floor. Hands are gonna be reaching long. And you find your comfort zone here. If you'd like, you can also bring your knees together if that feels better. You can have your hands down by your side. Also an option here, you can bring your forehead down to the floor. Take your palms to touch, and then gently bend your elbows, bringing those thumbs to the nape of your neck, and your fingertips are going to be pointing backwards behind you. You can begin to set an intention for the day, or maybe your practice here. And we'll take a few breaths together. On every exhale, I want you to press firmly through your palms, sitting your hips back towards your heels here, breathing into your backside body and allowing your chest and forehead maybe to come a little bit closer to the ground if they are lifted or hovering right now. Always option to have a block underneath your forehead and skip that motion if you'd like, if it doesn't feel good. When you're ready, we'll exhale wherever we're at in our breath cycle. Take a deep inhale through your nose, maybe a lift. And exhale, ground down. Again, a few more breaths just like that. And inhale will lift you up. Exhale, ha, as you melt down to the earth, pressing firmly through your hands. Again, just like that. Inhaling, big, full, deep breath. And exhale, come on down. Two more, biggest, fullest, deepest breaths you've taken today. Inhaling. Exhale. Last one, inhaling. And exhale. Beautiful. Begin to seal your lips and inhale and exhale out through your nose. At any point in time that a pose becomes uncomfortable or your breathing becomes uncomfortable, go ahead, return to your normal breathing patterns, or you can come down into a child's pose or shavasana if you feel uncomfortable in your practice. Remember, this practice is yours and you can decorate it how you wish. Now, on our next inhale, we're going to gently make our way up to a tabletop position. I'm going to bring my knees right underneath me and my hands right underneath my shoulders. My knees are hip width distance here, and I'm just going to take a few cat-cows, allowing my chest to lengthen. As I lift my chin, gaze comes to the ceiling, belly drops down, and my hips are lifting. And exhale will pull me to cat. Belly button pulls in. I'll drop my head, rounding my spine and broadening across my shoulder blades. And inhale takes you to cow. And exhale takes you to cat. Flowing with your own breath here. Option to bring that blanket underneath your knees here too, if you need a little bit more support on your mat or on the floor. And then take any organic movement that you'd like. You can shift your hips from side to side, come into a circle. Just a few more rounds of breath here. All right, coming back through our tabletop position, we're going to take our left hand and bring it to the back of our head, and my elbow's pointing out to the side. It's right on the horizon here. I'm pressing firmly through my right hand. I'm going to take a deep inhale, lift my chest, and then exhale, crunch in, elbow to my right arm. Inhale, my chest opens and I lift, and then exhale, you crunch in. Take 3 more. Inhale opens you up, and exhale crunches you in. Controlled movement, 2 more. Last one. Inhale, come back through center. We'll sit back on our heels, shake out our hands. Then come right back into our tabletop position. Right hand this time, so our right hand is coming to the back of our head. Elbows on the horizon. Inhale, open up your chest. And then exhale, elbow to left arm. Inhaling here. Exhale. 3 more. Really trying to open your chest to the right. Last one. Beautiful. Wall. Inhale, come back through center. Let's allow our head to drop and just gently shake it from side to side, releasing any tension, maybe chin to chest. Gently lift it up. And we're going to make our way onto our bellies here. Hands are going to come out as wide as my mat. My elbows are pointing up. Inhale will lift your chest through center. And then exhale, dropping your left shoulder to the ground, gaze underneath your right arm. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, dip and gaze to the right. Few more on your own. Inhale through center. Exhale, right arm dips down. Again, gazing under your arm, maybe back at your foot or your ankle. And I'm on my fingertips here, so my cupcake hands. If you feel tension building in your low back, take your legs out as wide as your mat. Inhale, we'll all come back through center. And press ourselves back into our tabletop position. Again, taking your hips from side to side. Take a cat-cow real quick. And then we're coming into our puppy pose. So I want my hips right over my knees here. I'm going to try to keep them there. Sometimes they come forward, but that's okay. And then I'm going to begin to walk my hands forward to the top of my mat. As I gently, again, trying to keep my hips back over my knees, allow my chest to come close to the floor here. Maybe your elbows come down. As you're really opening your chest, hands will slide forward as your chest comes down to the floor here. Breathing, I know it's a big, deep heart opener. Maybe your head comes down to the mat. Maybe your chest comes down to the mat. Wherever you are, breathe and relax through your shoulders here. Again, pressing firmly through your hands and your arms to keep yourself stable. And again, maybe you find ease with every exhale here as you lower a little bit closer to the earth. If this is painful, gently make your way back up, walking your hands in. But if it's uncomfortable, let's try to breathe through it. Two more rounds of breath here. On your next inhale, gently walk your hands back closer to you so you can gently lift your chest, as you take these little baby steps back in. Beautiful. Again, rocking your hips from side to side. Take another cat-cow. Loosen that spine. And then we're going to come into a few donkey kicks here. So I'm going to pick up my right knee up off the earth. My knee is bent, and so the sole of my foot is up towards the sky. Pressing firmly through both hands, lifting up out of my shoulders. Low belly pulls in, low ribs lace in. I'm going to take a deep inhale, try to reach that sole of my foot to the ceiling, and then exhale, pull it in. Inhale, kick it up, toes flex back. Exhale, pull it in. 3 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, it's trying to reach to the sky. Exhale, crunch it in. Last one, inhaling. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, now take it to that, so your foot is reaching up towards the sky here, and you can stay here, or you can reach back with your left hand, grabbing for the inner arch of your foot and top of your foot here. Take it into a tabletop bow. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale. Press and kick. So we're kicking that top of our foot into our hand, allowing our chest to open up, taking it into a back bend here. Breathing. The more you kick, the easier it gets, and allowing your shoulder to open up. Breathe here. And then slow with control, gently release. Bring your hand and knee back down to the earth. Again, rocking your hips from side to side. Let's sit back on our heels here. Shake out your hands. Coming back to our tabletop again. This time, left knee lifts. Again, toes are flexed back. Sole of my foot is trying to reach towards the ceiling. I'm going to take a deep inhale. And then exhale, crunch it in. Pressing firmly through both hands as I inhale, lift up. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhaling. Exhale. 2 more, inhaling. Exhale. Last one, inhaling. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale. Kick that leg up. Again, sole of your foot is reaching towards the ceiling. Option to stay here, reach back with your right hand, grabbing for the outer edge of your foot now. Taking a deep inhale, and then exhale, kick it up and back. Kicking your left foot into your right hand, allowing your right shoulder to open up here. Taking this into a beautiful bow, tabletop bow. Breathe, you got it. Don't hold your breath. And then slow with control, gently release, coming back to that tabletop position. Again, rocking your hips from side to side. All right, we're gonna walk our hands 1 palm's length from where they're at right now. Tuck your toes, send your hips up and back to our downward facing dog. Begin to walk out your feet here, shifting your heels from side to side. You can shake your head yes, you can shake your head no. Rock your hips. Coming back to your breath or your intention that you set for today. All right, we're going to inhale, glide forward to our plank position, drop our knees, lower all the way down to our belly, hands slide back by our low ribs. We're going to inhale, lift your head, neck, and chest, low cobra. Exhale, gently release. So you inhale, press through a tabletop, and exhale, press back, downward facing dog. We're going to slowly walk our feet up to our hands, taking this into a forward fold. Can rock from side to side. And we'll inhale, slowly lift up to standing. Arms and head are the last thing to come up. So we reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands come down by our side. Let's take a few shoulder rolls here, loosening them up. You don't have to match your breath with your movement here. You can get your arms involved. Switch directions. we'll all gently come back through center. We're gonna inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come to our low back as if we're sticking them in some pockets. Inhale, shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll them back and down. Let's take our feet hip width distance or wider. And we'll inhale, lift through our chest. Exhale, press our hips forward and gently come back. Back bending just slightly, only to where you feel comfortable. You can bring your chin to your chest or drop your head back. Don't hold your breath. Breathe here. And an inhale will bring you back through center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands. Step to our downward facing dog. Now we're going to take this into our wild thing. Always option to stay in downward facing dog if you'd like. I'm going to walk my left foot to the center of my mat as I inhale, my right leg lifts, bend my knee, open up my hip, take a few knee circles here. Switch directions. Straighten that leg again, bend it open. When you're ready, take a deep inhale. And then exhale, bring your right foot to the left side of your mat. All 10 toes face towards the back of the room. Right hand reaches forward, option to stay here, or cactus open your right arm, really pressing and lifting through your hips and through your chest. Right arm sends long again. Take an inhale, soften through your knees, and then exhale, step your right foot back over to the mat next to your left. All right, coming into our left side, stepping our right foot to the center of our mat. Inhale. Our left leg lifts now. Bend your knee, open up your hip, take a few knee circles here. Switch directions. Inhale, lengthen it up to the sky. Bend your knee, open up your hip. And then when you're ready, gently take that left foot over to the right side of your mat. Left hand is reaching long out in front of you. And we're really pressing through our hips and our chest. Option to stay here, or you can cactus open this left arm. All 10 toes are facing towards the back of the room. Breathe, don't hold your breath. Inhale, extend this left arm. Exhale, soften through your legs and step this left foot back over. We're all gonna make our way down to the mat, slowing down our breath. Come to a seated position, and this is where our blanket or our extra mat come in. So I have mine kind of folded in half here. And I'm gonna roll it up like a cylinder. I might even make it shorter, so I'm a little bit short, only 5'2". So we're actually gonna make a cylinder to place underneath our back here. So we can allow our shoulders and chest to fall open. So we're not going to come back on it right just yet, but we want it at the base of our spine here, coming directly down our mat. So I think that looks about good. We're going to take our feet out long, coming into a quick fish pose. I'm slightly sitting on the end of it here. My hands are going to come just a little bit farther than my hips behind me, but just enough where I can put my hands on the ground. So I can readjust here, lift through my chest. Now you can have an option to stay here in this staff pose, or you can gently make your way down onto your elbows. And my fingertips are facing forward and I'm pointing through my toes. My legs are active here. Now we don't want to slump down and just drop our head back. So we really want to press through our elbows, lift our chest to the sky, and allow our shoulders to roll underneath. So it lifts up just like in our bridge pose, allowing those shoulders to roll underneath to lift our chest. Now you can keep your chin here close to your chest, or you can drop your head back. It's your choice. Breathing wherever you are. We'll take a few deep breaths together. So exhale wherever you're at in your breath cycle. Take a full deep inhale. Exhale, H-A-Ha.
Really pressing through your elbows. 2 more times. Inhaling. Belly breath. And exhale. H-A-ha. Last one. Big, full, deep inhale. Exhale. H-A-ha. Beautiful. We'll tuck our chin to our chest and slowly roll down onto this roll we've made. If you need to make any adjustments, go ahead and make them. And I'm going to stay here for my Shavasana today. So I'm going to take my feet out wide and I'm going to take my hands up over my head. So whatever feels best to you. If you have a bigger blanket with a bigger roll here, this might be an intense stretch, so you can always come off of it into your regular Shavasana once you've laid here for a short while. Now, I really like to take my elbows and bend them like our cactus arms with my palms face up, fingertips pointing to the right behind me, behind my head, to the back of my mat. And breathe and allow my chest to open up towards the sky. Really allowing gravity to do the work to open up these shoulders. Coming back to an intention, or maybe just setting one for the day today. Gently unclench your jaw and allow your feet to fall open as your legs gently shut off and your hips melt and relax down. Returning your breath to the normal breathing pattern and softening through your upper body. Down your arms, allowing your fingertips to gently curl in. Option to roll off your little roll here if you've had enough of this chest opener, or you can stay here. Begin to bring that wandering mind back here. You can start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Maybe you take a big, deep stretch. And when you're comfortable, gently roll onto your favorite side, cradling your head in your arm. And then gently press yourself up to a seated position, sitting up nice and tall. We'll inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, hands come through heart center. Thank you guys so much for flowing with me today. It's always an honor, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.